Welcome to the course of Internet of Things, in short IoT. In today's class, we are going to learn a concept called machine to human application with respect to IoT patterns. So, in order to understand machine to human application, we are going to take an example called garbage monitoring system connected over IoT. So if you see the first segment of the block diagram over here, so there is a dustbin connected to an Arduino board. So what we are going to do is we are going to interface an ultrasonic sensor to an Arduino Uno, which is integrated with the Wi-Fi shield. Now, this complete hardware we will set up on top of an dustbin such that if the dustbin is empty, then no notification will be sent. If at all the dustbin is full, okay, the a notification will be sent to a particular interface. I will be showing that particular workflow also, where the dustbin management system will be looking after the complete workflow, and accordingly, whichever the dustbin is filled, they will go and collect the garbage from there. Okay. So for this, you need a dustbin with an IoT device of a sensor connected to it. And the second module, what is it? Whatever the sensor is gathering the information. Suppose there is a city, the city will be contains different types of colonies and streets. Each and every big dustbin will be having this kind of IoT device connected over various networks or the nodes. And whichever the dustbin gets filled up fast, according to the status, the particular dustbin management or the garbage management system will be coming and taking care of it. Okay. So this particular sensor data, that is nothing but the status of the dustbin or the garbage bin, will be collected and put in this particular cloud service. Okay. So where this cloud service is being managed with the help of an MQTT broker, and this MQTT broker or the workflow will be completely handled with respect to the Node-RED, where we already know, right? Node-RED is an graphical platform where you convert the code into a blocks, and the collection of the blocks will be nothing but the code, right? So here we are using an MQTT broker protocol as well as the Node-RED. And at the last, we will be having some sort of human process where the complete workflow of the garbage management system will be taken care of. Okay. So coming to the learning objectives, we have several objectives like reading the data from the proximity sensor. Here we are using an ultrasonic sensor like HCSR04. And the second one is you need to publish that particular sensor data to the MQTT broker. And once uh, the MQTT broker has received the signal, we will be having a workflow. We need to create a particular workflow with respect to the garbage management system using effective. Okay, so it's an workflow. I will be showing the screenshots as well. And not only that, using an Node-RED flow, okay, we need to initiate it from the Arduino. Okay, so the hardware required here is an ultrasonic sensor HCSR04, which is an 4-pin ultrasonic sensor. So this will be interfaced with the Arduino, with the help of breadboard and the jumper cables. And we have a Wi-Fi shield over here, which goes on top of the Arduino board in order to give the internet access. Okay. Now coming to the software required, as we need to write some libraries and packages and develop a basic code for this waste management or the garbage management system, we need an Arduino software or Arduino IDE with a basic or minimum version 1.6.4, and advanced version is also acceptable. Okay. And next one, we need a workflow software by effective. Okay, so that's an application where we will be completely configuring the workflow. I will be showing that. And we also need to have a Node-RED where we import all these Arduino IDE libraries or the functions with respect to the graphical boxes, and we are going to connect those nodes in order to build this particular structure. And coming to the circuit diagram, as I've already said, the ultrasonic what we are using over here will be having 4 pins: VCC, ground, trigger, echo. Okay. So the VCC will be powered up by the 5 volts of Arduino, and the ground will be powered up by the connected to the ground, and trigger and echo pins will be connected to the digital pins of Arduino Uno. So, and Wi-Fi shield goes on top of this particular Arduino Uno, and once every connection is established, this is how it looks. So this ultrasonic sensor will be detecting the garbage, and the Arduino Uno, once it takes the data from the sensor using Wi-Fi shield, okay, it will be transmitting the data to the cloud where MQTT protocol or MQTT broker, with the help of Node-RED flow, it will be taking care of the remaining thing. Okay. Now coming to the Arduino code, as we have already know, we need some external libraries, internet connectivity. We need some commands or the function to read the sensor data. We need some commands for the MQTT to publish, and we need to have some standard functions. Coming to the MQTT libraries, we have Wi-Fi.h, SPI.h, and publish subscribe client.h. Okay, so SPI is nothing but the serial peripheral interface header file. Wi-Fi is nothing but the wireless fidelity header file, and MQTT file is like nothing but the public subscribe client.h, where we are writing it as pubsub client.h. Okay. Coming to the standard functions, we have two standard functions. One is void setup, another one is void loop. In the void setup, we will be mentioning the serial beginning with respect to 9600 baud rate, and echo pins and the trigger pins will be considered as the input output pins as the reflected signals. If the garbage is full, the signals of the ultrasonic sensor will get reflected well. So these reflected signals will be considered as the echo signals, which will be considered as the input, and the trigger pin will be considered as the output. Okay. So we will be giving pin modes in the void setup only. Now coming to the internet connectivity, in order to internet gets connected to the board, we need to use a command like connect to internet function. Okay. So for the calibration of the sensor, we need to calibrate sensor function should be used. Okay. Coming to the effective workflow. So it is nothing but a cloud-based platform which lets you to automate routine workflows and process into application within the minutes. Okay. So you can see, you can create lot many process according to your application. You can sign in. If you want a trial version, you will be having a trial version. Otherwise, you need to take a membership to go on for full-fledged. Okay. So if you're going to define a very simple single step workflow, so it is fine. You can just enter a garbage pickup schedule, everything, all the data can be entered into this particular, and you can also create some processes and workflows within the minutes. Okay. So this is the user interface, how it looks, where you can create the processes or workflows, okay, within very much less time. So we have some of the details like trigger. Okay. So it is nothing but it is used to select how the process can be started. And we have a tab like actions. So it specifies what human and system actions will happen in the process and their orders. Okay. So that will be in the actions. And coming to the details. So who will be involved in the process, that will be under the details. Okay. And the versions, all the versions of the processes published till date from the starting point, all that will be held by the versions. Okay. These are the process configuration in that. And coming to the workflow and everything, this is how it looks. You can see a graphical user interface like schedule garbage pickup, everything you can create accordingly. Coming to the Node-RED flow, we have a window like this, which will be connecting the MQTT broker and the uh, Node-RED with the help of this broker site. Like you need to give what type of name you want to give, and you need to give the port number. 1883 is the port number for the MQTT, and you will be giving the client ID, Node-RED client. Okay. And once you give all the data, you will be creating the boxes, okay, with the help of the code. like receive MQTT messages, email, all these kind of boxes will be edited with respect to that. So once the garbage is full, you need to get some mail, okay, to the workflow or the process, right? So to which process the mail should be done, that is given over here. And the server what is used is given over here, and the port number, user ID and password, everything to which particular workflow or the process the mail should come once the garbage is filled, or the once the sensor sends the data. Okay, all those details will be filled over here, and you need to create that. So once everything is done, so this is a normal basic setup where you have we have designed a garbage bin. On top of it, you can see the electronics, and this paper is considered and boxes is considered as the garbage over here. So once the garbage is detected, okay, you can see here. In the workflow, you can see description, garbage level is high, schedule pickup. Okay. So everything and from where it is scheduling, who has replied to that, everything will be stored on this particular workflow thing. And parallelly, in the serial monitor, you can see all the garbage levels over here. Okay. In the serial monitor. So if MQTT broker is connected, if it is successful or if it is failed, everything can be showed in the serial monitor over here, garbage load.